Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Vintage Story. So today, we are picking back up literally right after the last episode because I need to get a place to call home. Because right now, we're really starting to suffer in terms of inventory space and not having a place to set up our berry bushes and stuff, and yeah. And we really have to have a home, in my opinion, to start into kind of pottery and smithing and stuff like that. So it's high time, and I'm thinking we might use those the trader's little caravan cart because it's got a bed in it. I think we might use that. Oh, there's so many reeds here. It's great. Then we got a forest. But there's another place that I would like to check out this episode as well. So we'll see. But we'll have a quick look around this area. And right now all my torches are extinguished. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'm going to leave those currants for now. Or those, I think they're cranberries, not currants. But I'm going to leave them though for the time being. But generally, any kind of... Oh, that's a boar. Oh, they startle you. Boars, by the way, watch out for those if you go to hunt boars. Because, I don't know, I haven't done it in like years. But I remember back when I first started, way back on Vintage Story, like forever ago, right? I remember boars just wrecking face. I don't know if that's still the case, but boars were extremely nasty. There's blueberries. I want inventory space so bad. I don't think we have blueberries yet. We got black currants, cranberries, and red currants. So we don't have... there might be some other bushes, but I know we don't have white currants, and we don't have blueberries. Honestly, we could quickly just... Oops. Blocks and items. There's a red currant, black currant, white currant, red currant... blueberries, cranberries. Yeah, so there's just 5 in terms of fruit bushes, which I think is the same 5 that we had back when we played it before. Okay, but what all is over here? What is this? Puffball mushrooms. Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to head more north. I do like all these like little flat fields here. Okay, that's an alright spot. We're gonna go over. I mean, generally I think we'll probably end up using the flatter area, but I don't know. We did kind of a flat build before. You know, when we did Vintage Story, and we built what, a few buildings or something. Oh gosh. And we built a few buildings on there. Of course, we were kind of learning building in Vintage Story, because any game, building is going to be a little bit different. And there's been a literal ton of like new building-related things added since back then. Okay, that's fresh for 1.3 days. So as long as I cook it during maybe the next night or something like that. But I don't know, we might do some more vertical style building. I don't know. We'll see. Oh gosh, no. Oh gosh. And that's one thing, you don't want to lose health. Oh, this is actually a terrible situation to find myself in. It might be best just to like swim as fast as we possibly can to escape this wolf. I'm not going to be able to really look behind us here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because if I get hit one more time, I'm pretty much dead. And it takes a really long time, since I haven't made any poultice yet. Which that's what I was wanting to do, maybe once we got some inventory space and stuff. I've been trying to actually avoid wolves, I promise. Even though it hasn't really been working out for me, I've been wanting to avoid them. But it takes, without some kind of medicine, it takes forever to get your health back on here. You will slowly get it back, but it takes, like, to restore this, it's going to take, like, a couple days without medicine. So, naturally healing is a slow process. So, if you don't want to be a daredevil, it's better probably just to set up a home base initially. Instead of nomading it, unless you just have like a terrible kind of starting area. But I'm trying to nomad it to find the right spot, so I'm being daring like that. This area over here, though. Oh, I love the new wind textures. Look how good that looks. So good. I really like this area, to be honest. Oh yeah, this is a nice spot. Like we have these really nice fields, and it just feels less wetlandish than the area over there. Plus, it looks like we have a really cool cave. Over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is our home. This is now our home. Yeah, I like this. And we have nice natural animal protection by setting up here. Now, if we do get mobs, I mean, they could spawn kind of back in some of this more cavey area, probably. I don't have any grass on me. Well, that's fine. What we're going to do is... These are all field. Control. Control in one, and we can grab this, and then shift and right click. We can put it on the ground. So we'll go ahead and just put our baskets down for right now, because they're not really doing me any good carrying them around when they're filled like that. So for the time being, I do have one inventory space. I'm going to go get some grass so I can at least start a fire. Oh, I really like this spot. There's so much falling water and stuff. Like, plus, I cannot stress how useful water is. Like, just having... It's almost like a natural animal defense. Like, I haven't even looked at the other side of the mountain, but I'm already sold. Oh, wow. Oh, I love this area. Like, it just gets better and better, I feel like. Okay, that's probably good on grass. I would like to... Oh, we got a mob. We got a bunch of mobs. What? Why are they spawning so much? Oh, and they throw rocks. Oh, that's not great for us. Okay, let me leave. That looks like a wolf. Ha. All my baskets are over there. Well, that's fine. I need to come out here anyways and gather up some reeds. Well, if I had inventory space to do so. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I can do. I can put these in my offhand. They're not lit, but I can still put them in my offhand. And now what we'll do is just make some more baskets. Now, one thing we might be able to do, because these rams are actually like powerhouses. Once these guys get just a little bit closer, because it does look like they're kind of fighting amongst themselves right now. Because they're trying to throw stones at me, but they're hitting each other. Yeah. We can get them to hit each other. We can also get them to hit like the rams. And if they make the rams angry, the rams will make short work of them. So ideally, that's what we'd like to do. What else do I need to make poultice, though? I need to look and see. Oh, I gotta make more. I thought I had more knives. They might be in those baskets over there. Horsetail. That's gonna be what we need. Well, let's see if we can make it back over to our area now. There's still lurkers there. Conch. Well, we got a little bit of space. I'm going to take our shovel out and I'm going to gather up a little bit of this dirt. There we go. You can still break soil with your bare hands, just a little bit better to, a little bit faster to use a shovel. Okay. There was a mature spelt over there. We'll probably go back and gather that. I'll just kind of try to remember that it's there. And I can probably go ahead and make this area a little bit defended. Let's go ahead and do that. And I don't remember what's in each of these. Yeah, we got the one I need. Great. We'll go ahead and do that. I don't think we have a lot of time anyways until night, but that's fine. I need to do a little bit of base setup stuff, make some more tools, that kind of thing. Anyways, for right now, one thing we are going to do is just kind of block off a lot of this. And we'll do it with soil, and then that way we can easily get rid of it later and kind of remember the same layout of our andesite. Where are they coming from? Oh, they're coming from there. That would be... That's a perfectly good place for them to be spawning, to be honest. These guys do throw stones, so like pillaring or something like that, it's not going to be a great idea. It's not going to be that beneficial to us. I need to block that cave off. But I don't want my fire to burn out, so I want to try to get back over there pretty quick. I swear, they are pouring out of the mouth of that cave right now. Terrible place to set up our first base, I swear. Terrible, terrible spot. But that's fine. Now, we're kind of, sort of, in a safer spot right now. We're going to do that for the time being, just so I can try to get this blocked off. If only I had enough blocks. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can at least block off most of it with wood. There we go. We're kind of slightly defended now. Slightly. Let me go ahead and get some more firewood in this. Because I don't really want that to burn out right now. And let me go ahead and grab my torch back. And let me go ahead and light that up. Let me go ahead and make a firewood pile. So shift right click. And we can add our firewood in here. And then we'll make another pile here. Each one of these counts as actually like 2 firewood. So we'll do like that. And kind of start stockpiling firewood. At this point we can actually start kind of stockpiling just materials in general and resources. It's mainly that cave. These guys, I think, generally are going to spawn in caves. Oh, we killed him. Okay, great. But at least now I can open this up. I can get the dirt from this to finish closing up that cave. So now our home is protected. And we've got our bushmeat And when the sun comes back up, I will have to set out, I'll have to plant our cranberry bushes. And I also need to, just gather up some more berries and stuff. I don't think these guys generally have anything, do they? Partially eaten by another creature. Okay, we're headed out. I thought I'd hit record and I didn't. But we're headed out. I've been dodging some wolves. I haven't ran into any, but I've seen some off in the distance. I'm like, we're going to go around this way. I did make up a few tools and gathered up a bunch of cattails. Nothing terribly exciting, but we're headed towards some ruins. It's kind of where I'm aiming my attention right now. But I figured I'd chop a little bit of wood here. Trying to stay on top of firewood and not get behind on it, because if we run out of wood, that's kind of a really bad place to be, especially like middle of the night or something. Though we might see if we can make a bed here shortly. But we're going to be keeping an eye out for, well, I got some more cattails. I wanted to get some more wood. I also want to keep an eye out for clay and for horsetails, because those are all major things that we're going to need. Clay especially, because for us to start getting into pottery and things like that, we're going to need some clay. I was able to free up a lot of inventory space. I got some baskets back at the base with stuff like, well, the stuff that we didn't need with us. These are horsetails right here. So we're going to grab these for sure. Because with these, we can make poultice. Which means we'll have a good way to get our health back. There we go. And to make our poultice, all we got to do is combine that. No. It's something like that, right? For the horsetail poultice from reeds. Oh, it's 4 horsetail to 2 cattails. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves, and it makes 4. And you can hold 16, so we'll hold 16 and go with that. That should be good. Of course, now I'm like out of inventory space, but that's okay. But I'm headed up towards these ruins here. Might get some more dried grass too, actually. Okay, there's the ruins. Let me get a little bit more of this dried grass. I think we're going to need this for a bed, right? It's like dried grass or something. Something like that. Let me, see. For like the hay bed. Yeah, it's actually just a bunch of dried grass. So, we can definitely pull off a bed at this point. Could have probably made one sooner, but it didn't bother me too much because during the night I generally had stuff I was working on and doing. There we go. And we got 40 dry grass, 42 cattails, bit of horsetails. I might even gather some more. But I was wanting to try to get clay today too, so I don't want to waste a lot of time stocking up on horsetails. We should be able to get them pretty easily in this area if we need them. Okay, so what do we got in this ruin here? Sometimes if we dig down kind of around the base of this where theoretically there should be something, we can actually come across something, but it's not always the case. But it looks like right here. Yeah, I don't think I'm really going to be able to open this area up a lot right now. Plus, I don't want to break my shovel. But we'll come back to that. There's probably stuff buried down there, but it's going to take a bit for me to excavate it, and I don't have the means to really do that properly at the moment. Because I'm going to need like a tier 2 shovel in order to do that. And I don't really have the space to be gathering up a lot more berry bushes at the moment. Let's see if we can maybe come across some clay. Like at a glance, I'm not really seeing any on the map. So let's keep going. See if we can come across some. Usually, like, your map is your best friend for it, but there is some kind of it looks to be ruins over here. So yeah, it looks like the kind of the ruins of a bridge. There could be some stuff maybe submerged down there, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. Rain on here is so much nicer than on Minecraft. Just the ambience of the world is so much nicer. I think both games have their kind of their positives and negatives. I haven't taken a look though in a long time to see what mods and stuff Vintage Story has, because I'd love stuff that makes it a little bit more fantasy-esque. Still kind of keep, you know, the survival-y aspect of it, but maybe a little bit more fantasy aspect to it as well. Would be kind of nice. Oh, I love that world gen so much. This is over at our base too. It's like this is our home area. Alright, there's our home. We still got a little while before dark, so I'm going to try not to waste our time by going home too early. So I'm going to keep going, see if I can find some clay. There's carrots, but oh, here we go. Here's our spelt. We're going to go ahead and snag that. Oh. Well, I should be able to eat these. My inventory fills up so fast. It can be a lot of work to find clay, or you can find it really lucky. I think when we played it before, we had a lot of luck and found clay fairly easily. If you get lucky, you can spot it on your map in some cases. And if so, then that's quite nice because it saves you a lot of time. Which, as it stands right now, I'm not really going home with like any food for the day. There's a bunch of I've noticed a bunch of flax. None of them are fully grown, but I am noticing a bunch of flax in this area. But some of our berry bushes may be fully grown. Now, I've still got a little bit of time, so I might try to gather up some berry bushes also. This is red currant, which this is just kind of a temporary spot for it. Because really I don't want it planted on sand long term, but for right now this will be fine. Oh, we got turnips. Yeah, we'll take turnips. We will definitely take turnips. Yeah, so we got 5 turnip seeds, and then we got 30 turnips. So, I mean, that's going to give us food for a while. And these actually stay good for 21 days, so that's pretty good. That'll give us plenty of time to get our berry bushes up and going, because they take a little while to hit flowering stage, but that shouldn't be a problem for us. But it's always a good idea to hoard and consolidate all of your fruit bushes. Something that I learned the last time I played. Just get them all. So you've got plenty of fruit bushes, because they're just a great food source. I mean, later on it's not something that we'll probably be eating that much, but we might be using it for recipes and things, juicing it, that sort of stuff. But early on, it's such a good food source, especially if you have a lot of berry bushes. It takes a lot of berry bushes to make sure that you have food every day, but definitely something to keep an eye out and stock up on. Well, it's starting to get dark. I'm going to head back. We're going to craft up a bed for sure. But let's go ahead and get ourselves 3 hay grass, and we're going to make a hay bed for starters. And we'll go ahead and sleep. And you can see our hunger drops as we're sleeping. Well, it's like 8 hours. I was a little bit early, so we've got a few hours before the sun comes up. Great way to kill drifters, since their ranged attacks can be a little bit problematic early on. Not sure if I killed him or not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, chop up a bit of this firewood just so I can go ahead and pile it up. There's something about having just big piles of firewood that's just reassuring, I think. Okay, and I went out and I got some more cattails, and we're going to go ahead, at long last, and make our very first reed basket. And this is going to give us basically kind of like a chest type storage, and that way we can get rid of all these baskets. I mean, I'll probably keep all these baskets, just lying around. But let's go ahead. We'll put it here. And this we can open and basically have access to kind of a slotted storage instead of this little like basket setup that we've got going on. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to put these baskets. I don't want to put them there. Let's put them over here. The baskets that we don't need. And then I can go ahead and start emptying out some of these. I'm actually going to want this and this. Oh, that can go there. Yeah, we'll do that. Because we're about to get into a little bit of farming. But yeah, all of our hides, we're going to get into those here in just a little bit. And, okay, we got more cattails here. I'm going to go ahead, while I've got the cattails, I've got plenty to spare. And just make another reed basket. And then I'll put our extra horsetails and our dirt in there. This is medium fertility. Okay. Okay, so now what I would like to do, let's what is the, I think it's that and the axe makes 12 fences. Yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves 12 fences. Actually, let's go with 24 just to make sure that we've got enough. Okay. I guess we got a come on, buddy. Spear, I could hit him a little bit further, but club is just fine. It's got more durability. So we can use it in times where we don't necessarily need our spear right then. I actually love the club just for like defending your little base. It's quite good for that, actually. Let's pop over here because I think we're going to do our farming over here. And I actually think those guys are why we made the fences, actually. Rabbits and other little pests. Here's clay. We got clay. Okay. Yeah, this is all clay. Blue clay in soil. Let's go ahead and grab some of this. We'll be making use of it here shortly. You can see we're getting some blue clay. We're going to harvest up. I'm not going to spend the whole day right now harvesting clay, but we'll at least harvest up a little bit of it. That way we can get into pottery. I don't know if we'll get into pottery this episode, but it might be next episode, but we'll see. We'll see where we get to on time. There's 58 pieces. That should be good for right now. Now, right over here, ideally, initially, when you start farming, you'll want to set up your farms kind of near water. I think these are all going to be empty right now. But you're going to look for the fertility of the ground. Like, I'm not going to be able to plant, like, till and plant really on sand, for example. But we're looking for, like, decent fertility that's near water. Because right now, of course, we can't really... You can plant it away from water, but you're going to be relying on... you know, like either using like a watering can or hoping that it rains. And that's not really what we want to do. We want to set up near the water for our farms. And I think it has to be within 3 blocks on here. I believe it was two or three. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 blocks within from water. But for example, like right here is low fertility soil. We don't really want that. Ideally, you're going to want medium or high or better fertility soil. I've got some medium fertility, and we've only got 7 seeds right now, a little bit of turnips and some spelt. So we're going to go ahead and take these and make sure we got our hoe also. I might actually just place this out in a spot because I'm not seeing any soil really around here where I'd like to be planting this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and we're going to put our soil in so that's within that 3 block range of the water. And we're going to make sure, and we're going to put fences around this. And this is, of course, to keep like pests out of it. Because, for example, rabbits, will eat up your crops. I don't know if I want to do the corners. Let's actually fill this in. And I think to get our gates, I think we're going to have boards. Oh no, we can do the rough hewn. Okay, okay. And that's going to be like that. Okay, so we can make a gate. That'll be perfect. We'll be able to make some nicer farming with like irrigation channels and stuff later. But for right now, this will be fine. We're just going to do like some little fields. And we'll go ahead and hoe these. And then we can take our turnip seeds and just plant these in. And I've got this with me. So let's go ahead and get a few gates as well. And we'll just put that in right there. And that's going to keep rabbits and stuff from getting into our little garden. Now this is going to take a little while to grow. You can see the growth speed is 98%. And it's fully moistured. Like the moisture is good because it's close to water. If it wasn't close to water, we would have to monitor the moisture a little bit more and hope for rainfall or something. But like I said, later on, once we get into some bigger fields, we're going to be doing irrigation channels. So, and then we'll set up another little area. Okay, so we'll do something like this, and then I'll just put the rest of our soil in that we can have for some crops. Now, we're not going to worry too much about the nutrients right this second, because this soil, you could see, for N crops, we're 98%, P crops, 98%, K crops, 98%. So we're not that worried about the nutrients right this second. So, but you can see, for example, spelt is, the required nutrient is N. And I think it's the same for, yeah, it's the same for turnips as well. So, there's my food. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some turnips. And I think we've got some spelt here as well. So we'll take that. Just so we can get some more spelt grain going. I know there's some carrots and stuff nearby, so I'm going to be keeping kind of a close eye on those as well. And let's see, it looks like our bushes and stuff are going to flower in about 2 days, says weather permitting. But we're looking at about 2 days, 2 or 3 days for those berry bushes to start flowering again. So I'm going to trim all this back because I need more sticks, but in addition, if you're going to be setting up in a place, if there's areas like this that are just really dense leaves. Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say. That's another reason that you will want to trim those back, because wolves like to lurk in dense leaves like that. And if you cut it back, the wolves won't have as good of a place to kind of hide. But this wolf is in for a little bit of a sad time because we have the means to deal with him. Hey. Because wolves can't handle it if you're pillared up a couple blocks. Deprived of light, might die soon. Boom! Gotcha! Alright, we got dinner for the night. I don't want to throw anything away. Even though I really don't probably need those seeds, but let's carve up our dinner. Alright. Let me go dump off some stuff real quick, and then we'll harvest our wolf. Hopefully we'll get some more fat out of that wolf. And of course now we do have poultice, so we can heal ourselves up real easy. Alright, so we got 6 bushmeat, a couple more hides, some fat, and some bones. Alright, another thing I'd like to go ahead and make. We can make it with sticks. Yeah, that's going to be the route that we go. I got a bunch of sticks now. I was cleaning up leaves for the remainder of the day there. We are going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and put in just a couple ladders here. And out of curiosity, can't we just do this? Yeah. Yeah, so let's do it like that then. And that way we don't have to keep tearing up our wall. you know, until we get things sorted a little bit nicer. We'll do that, and then that way we can just climb right up. So it's a little bit easier to get in and out of our little structure here. And actually, just to make sure that we've got a lot of light here, because I think all this is pretty much covered. You do want to be mindful, you know, when I talked about torches going out, just be mindful that if they're exposed to rain, that's another good way for your torches to get extinguished. Or if you run water over them or something like that, they will as well. But we'll go ahead and add a little bit of light there. Luckily, we have this really nice kind of cave area, which is kind of protecting us from the elements and giving us a nice defendable place now that we have that filled in. A nice defendable place to protect ourselves from. So, whee! But anyways, I know that it is about wrapping up point for this episode. So we're going to end this one out here, but next episode when we come back, we are going to be pushing into kind of moving out of the really dark age part of Vintage Story, like where we're just trying to get a place set up and starting to settle down, and we'll kind of start moving into the thriving part, I think, of Vintage Story, which is where we start getting into pottery and then making charcoal and starting to get ready to move into metalworking, mining, and a lot of things kind of then will begin to open up to us. Like once we go out and find ourselves like borax and stuff, we'll be able to start getting into some leather working. We'll have to go out and find some limestone, start prospecting for metals and just different things like that. But we'll see. Wooden paths and stone paths, yeah, not too long for that, because this is another thing we're going to want to get into before too long. But we kind of have to get into metalworking. And that's what's really going to open up a lot for us. So, especially getting our saws. Ugh, just so we can make planks and things. It's going to be so nice. And I'm starting to feel like an actual little caveman now. It's great. Aside from my dirt wall here. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.